All right, guys, there is no rest for the wicked. Is that it? No rest for the wicked, I think. We're getting started on this 2008 GMC Savannah. We're doing a full build on it, and today I'm going to install the swivel seat. Now, there's a lot of people that have trouble finding seats for these conversion vans. So after I do this install, in the description I'll put where she got this seat, and I've got another van coming to get a swivel seat install, and I'll tell you, I got hers from shop4seats.com. It's not on their website, but when I call them, they got it for me. Let's get started on this GMC. All right, before I get this thing installed, I'm going to go ahead and install this hardware. And very basic, just a handle here. That's your swivel release handle. That looks like a knee knocker. And then this bolt goes into this bracket right here. And that's all there is to it. And then we'll go get her seat taken out and get this bad boy in. First thing we're going to do is get those bolts, all four of them, taken off. All right, I got these 4 bolts loose, and now we've got 2 connections here, and this is for the power seats. And just to make sure that one of these aren't an airbag, I'm going to go disconnect the battery. Once you figure out how to get it, oh, this might be a safety key. That was easy. There you go. That was easy. No. All right, I made an extension for that ground. It's grounded to the chassis, and that is so short, it just pulled right out of there. So I made an extension, and that's going to make it a whole lot easier for the reinstall connection. All right, now that I got the wiring taken care of, now these 4 bolts are going to come off. We're going to remove this base and replace it with the swivel mount base. All right, and that is it. We'll take this base out of here and get that swivel base in and installed. 8 bolts. Oh no. What? This wiring harness is bigger than the swivel one. Are you kidding me? I may have to... Are you kidding me? I definitely cannot take this apart. I don't see how. I'm going to try. All right, so I got to get this off of here because it will not fit. It will not fit through that little swivel mount. So I am going to get a good picture of how all the wires are, what holes all the wires are in, and see if I can't get this to pass through. All right, guys, so this one, these are the controllers for the seats and everything. They wouldn't fit through this hole, and they absolutely have to because this is where it swivels, and if you pass it through here, it's going to get tangled up and you're going to pull your wires out. So unfortunately, I had to do a lot of cutting, and I'm going to do a lot of splicing, soldering. So this job, if you're not comfortable with splicing wires, soldering them back together, you may want to think about hiring this out. right, guys, I got those 4 bolts back on, and this seat is mounted. The lever to swivel the seat is right here. It is a knuckle buster. I'm going to write to the company and see if they've got a different handle for swiveling, because I tore a little bit of skin off my finger, and I definitely don't want these guys to do the same. So, looks good. One job done. Let's get moving. Today's video is sponsored by Joule. Joule is an outdoor cook system. They sent this to me to try out, and because I've been using the jet boil for so long off-grid, cooking my coffee in the van, I went ahead and said, yes, send me one. But this is electric. So this one actually works out a whole lot better in the shop, because the jet boil has a flame. This one doesn't. So I can plug it in. I can be heating up my coffee while I'm in the shop working, and then I can hear it boiling and I know it's done. But the Joule actually has a popcorn setting, a food setting, and a liquid setting. So whether I'm warming up some soup or cooking my coffee, I set it on what I need it to set it on, and I can keep working. It's got a nice lid to it with a handle so you don't burn yourself. It's got a strainer and just a pour spout, and a nice koozie so that you don't burn your hand. So this is perfect for the shop here. It's perfect for van life, or if you're off grid and you've got a solar generator and you want to go camping and you got the grandkids and you want to pop them some popcorn, they're going to think this thing is super cool. But for the popcorn setting, I've seen it both ways. They do have an adapter that you can use for the popcorn, and I saw someone using one of these and didn't have that adapter, and the popcorn turned out fine. Nothing was burnt. On the inside, it does have the measuring lines on it, so that's always nice to have when you're cooking off grid. You don't have to carry a measuring cup and a cook system. So this is very nice. It's very compact and stainless steel, heavy duty. So super cool. I'm going to put a link in the description below if you want one. There is going to be a discount link in the description below. These are 50% off until the end of the month. So check them out. I love mine. And let's get back to the video. All right, guys, on the agenda for today, we're going to get this roof rack up. Now, this Savannah is not like the normal vans that I've been doing. So I actually had to order. I'm gonna make a custom rack. I ordered some universal brackets from Yanaka. I ordered all the rails that I need from Yanaka. I'm gonna design this while I'm up there, and we're gonna see how it turns out. All right, now that I got the roof of this van clean, let me show you the kit that I ordered from Yanaka to make my own rack, a custom rack for this conversion van. All right, I have got a ton of hardware here. And this is going to be enough hardware to make the rack and to put 2 solar panels up. All right, Yanaka has these universal brackets that you can order. I ordered 6 of those with 3 sets of the cross brackets. These are going to hold my rail on. These are the brackets that will, I can extend my rails because I want them like, I think 145 inches. These will be the cross bars, and then these are the solar mounts, end caps, and then I've got all the hardware that I need. So I ordered all of this from Yanaka, and I'm going to try and make a rack. So the biggest issue with these roofs is obviously it's concave. I'm not worried about the height because these things raise up about 3/4 of an inch. They've got the rubber seal on the bottom, but because this is rounded, I need to figure out where on here that I can get the distance across that I want for my panel, and that my rack isn't going to be leaning. And what I'm thinking is if I put this rack right here, now you see it's touching here, but it's got a little gap here. But if I put butyl tape in here, that's gonna be right over the hole, and I'm thinking that I can get that, I think I can get that pretty level, and I think that's gonna work. Okay, so what I'm doing now is, since I located where I want my rack to be, now I'm measuring, and I came in a foot from the end because there's gonna be nothing down in the end. My solar panels are gonna be right here. So I split the difference between my back mount and then my front mount, and halfway point, I'm putting another one. So I'll have 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and then I'll put my crossbars up, because the only thing right now that's going up here is 2 solar panels right here. All right, I don't want this channel filling up with water, so I put some butyl tape in there. I'm gonna put this over it, and then actually have to compress that, and that's gonna fill that void. And then I'm also gonna caulk this with some self-leveling so that underneath there, it can't get any water. This has got a washer on the bottom of it, a rubber washer, and then the stainless steel on top. That's gonna go into that bolt hole that I drilled. And then I'm gonna have to get inside the van and tighten that down. And that, I've got another washer. It's got the rubber on the bottom, silver on the top, and a lock nut. All right, let's take a look at this. So I got this bracket on. You can see that is not, I'm shaking the whole entire van and me. I've got the butyl tape underneath there. That's gonna help seal that gap. And then we've got a tight seal all the way around here. And then all I've got to do is I'm gonna put some silicone or some self-leveling, and that's on there. All right, with my brackets installed, and then the adapter, this is actually a ProMaster adapter, but it's low profile, and we're gonna use it to connect this 80/20 rail. Now I don't have these torqued down really, really tight. I wanna be able to adjust them if I need to, but I'm gonna put the T-nuts on so that I can slide that rail on super easy. Just get them tight enough so that you can slide that rail, and it will straighten those T-nuts, and that'll slide right on. Never throw away your old chop saws. You never know when you're gonna need it. Put an aluminum cutting blade on it, put it to the side, drag it out when you gotta cut 80/20 extrusion aluminum. All right, I wasn't sure exactly how long this rack was gonna need to be. She's got an 8 foot 8 inches awning coming for this passenger side. So I don't want her to be too far forward for drag. So I went ahead and made it 10 foot 6 inches. That way she does have a little bit of area up there in case she ever wants to add a toolbox or something like that up there, throw one of those soft kayaks, something, but it's not going to be too far forward that it's going to create a lot of drag and lower that gas mileage. So 10 foot, I got it cut. We're going to put it together. All right, these are those plates that you use to join 2 parts together. Let's get this together. All right, guys, I got the rail mounted on this side, and I did the cross rails as well. I did not get that recorded, but you can see this rack, low profile. It turned out really well. I'm very pleased with how that looks. The panels are going to go on top of that, and that's going to look nice. Shaking the whole van. Yes, I cannot believe I'm doing this. Whew. All right, guys, this one's special. That one was from my dad's car, and Bobby gave it to me.